Well, yeah, it's kind of what I said earlier, where the later albums were more to me classical. I don't know if I would call that jazz, although Burnt Weenie Sandwich. I don't know. A lot of times I get Burnt Weenie Sandwich and Uncle Meat confused because they sound the same to me, you know, and I get confused of what song is on which album. But I think that the Little House stuff is on Burnt Weenie. I'm almost positive of that now. So what the Uncle Meat has the Uncle Meat variations and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and it's much more classical sounding than the other stuff. Less vocals. I don't think at that time Zappa had a vocalist, you know, and he was not that good of a vocalist himself, you know, other than really tweaking stuff and changing the speed and singing, you know, 3-part or 6-part harmony. So he had to do a lot of work on the tracks in order to make his voice sound, you know, halfway decent. So as far as recording Uncle Meat, I don't remember much about it because I'll tell you why. I went in and did the basic tracks with bass and drums. And then after that, I left. And like, I think some other piano stuff Ian Underwood did. And Bunk, of course, spent years in the studio doing overdubs and all that stuff. The Burnt Weenie Sandwich, I do remember a little bit more about, especially the end piece, where it's still Little House, and there was and Zappa asked me to come in and play a solo on that one piece with Sugarcane Harris, and so I remember doing that. You know, it was just going in the studio. I think it was all by myself. Nobody else was there. And listening to the tracks and learning the song and then just playing it. But it was lots of fun because it was acoustic piano and I enjoyed that a lot. I don't think we knew about it. Nobody knew that it was being recorded. And I think we just went along with it, you know. I mean, there was no ill feelings about it. We just went along with it. And most of the stuff on there was kind of humorous anyhow, you know. Especially Jimmy Carl Black was always, that was, in fact, I'll tell you something funny about that. And one of the lines in that, I think it's on that album, he says, well, especially in the movie 200 Motels, "Where's my beer and when do I get paid?" And there's this movie called Space Truckers. Have you ever seen that? No? And it's with, oh God, who's the guy in Apocalypse Now that with all the cameras?
Dennis Hopper.
Who?
Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper, all right. So he's one of the space truckers. Then he walks in this bar and he says, "Where's my beer and when do I get paid?" I thought that was hilarious, like quoting one of Jimmy's lines.